Now Trubisky to throw on second. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
So we both know, as lawyers, that there are different standards. The criminal standards that the Department of Justice follows are quite different from the standards that House of Representatives, for example, might look to for potential action against the president. And so, are you something that still happens?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ryan, the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. To throw is Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking sideline, incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
Can I ask you about the presidential interview process, because you were both so involved in that? The well, we don't have the time for that now. We can go over this. Well, real quick. The fact is an obstruction of justice.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Writing or oral. So how much of a game changer was that? And how much did that determine?
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Not surprised. The president's knowing the president, as we do, hold on for a second, Jeffrey Tubin, I want to get his analysis of what we just heard. But knowing the president, as all of us do, he's going to gloat.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The exoneration for the president for any involvement with the collusion with Russia, any sort of conspiracy to violate the law with Russian interests. That is an unambiguous victory for the president. As obstruction of justice,
now they'll run it with Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
But it is a very different thing from an independent conclusion. Second, their assertion that you can only have obstruction of justice if it's proven that there is an underlying crime.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Of course it would go to the Attorney General, or at least the Deputy.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Robert Mueller, unlike Kenneth Starr and other independent counsels, was an employee of the Department of Justice. He is a subordinate of William Barr. But the fact that
the former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And in this statement here, the VAR quotes the special counsel talking about
they got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Actions and intent, and whether those could be viewed as obstruction. And maybe those are difficult issues because
from the shotgun, Ryan. He finds Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Corey Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was the focus of the investigation at the beginning. It expanded to the issue of collusion, but the original focus was the firing of James Comey. That's what prompted Rod Rosenstein to appoint Mueller, and that remains.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action. Now Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
This is Logan, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback, but he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
President's going to focus on the obstruction part here. He's going to focus on the reason all of this got started.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
inside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
We just got the first official reaction from the President of the United States, of course, on Twitter. Let's put it up on the screen. You can see the President and his tweet. Very simple. No collusion, no obstruction, complete and total exoneration. Keep America great. That's the President. I'll read it one more time. No collusion, no obstruction, complete and total exoneration. Keep America great. Kerry, I want to get your reaction, first of all, to that, but also what we heard from the President this morning as well as the analyst,
Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, that's Logan. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really stretch your defense.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Of the Russian government, but of course has ties to it as well as Russian intelligence.
Now it's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Ryan. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Able to power through. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
After the interception, here's Trubisky dumping it off for Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down carry here for Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
He also charged that this was an illegal takedown that failed and followed the investigation of why this entire Russian investigation was being launched.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So perhaps now we will work with parties, certainly for Poland, at the end of the investigation, that could be the next step in this. They were waiting for
on the carry, it's Logan. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Universally in Washington, that would be below that. We not only heard that from Democrats, but even from Republicans. The question now is, given all of this from Bill Barr and from
now Ryan. And that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Every single piece of paper, every document,
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
But then he goes on to say in his words that his behavior did not constitute obstructive conduct. So in other words,
you can't figure out, under the law.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Also said that as part of the no collusion, that no Trump campaign official or associate conspired or knowingly coordinated with Russia. Knowingly coordinated, not that
gotta go.
which is how it always did.
What did you mean by the other side when speaking about your Justice Department's investigation of the political offenses that you
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Democrats are doing that. So that is a point here in this where it says 2 sentences under where it says that the Trump campaign or anyone associated with it didn't believe with Russia. Right before that says that yes, Russian government actors did hack into Democratic email, not only from the DNC but also from the Clinton campaign. So saying that Democrats did believe Russia, as the president has said throughout the last year or so.
On second down, Trubisky got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Bears are in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room in midfield. And he's got some space here. Touchdown! Falcons! Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And their names were Flynn, Cohen, and Manafort, and right on down the line. The report from Ryan Moore specifically said
they'll start with a give to Cohen. Oh, good move. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a direct quote from the special counsel's.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I have been defending the honor, the integrity, and the professionalism of Bob Miller. And once I see his report...
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But also says Miller did not have enough evidence to prosecute what's called obstruction of justice, but could not exonerate the president.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game.
Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You get it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Touchdown, Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run again with Logan. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's going to continue in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Tuesday.
Under circumstances that are frankly,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
The Attorney General did conclude that there was no obstruction of justice, but as he said in this letter, it did not absolve him of that, and that is certainly worthy of further investigation.
Very important indeed. Our political.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
I think there's a lot of Democrats that wrote checks about campaign solutions.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And shedding front. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The obligation of it, the role of Mullen is always to investigate and then pass it along. That's exactly what's going to happen.
There has to be a credibility reckoning. I agree with Amanda, but these Democrats, especially Blumenthal, Swalwell, Manver, Waters, all.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
He better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Is what happens next. I mean, Barr has left very much open how much information he will now give to Congress. And I think, not to make a pun, but the bar is very high from him because
now it's Ryan. Now he's flushed down left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let him get anywhere. It made him kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Why everybody has been thinking that there was fire with the smoke is because of the president's actions or inaction. Yeah, he's been tough on some issues related to Russia, but rhetorically, the bully pulpit has been absent.
Come on, gotta go.
Russia, absent. In the face of Russia meddling in American elections. You know, the statement here says that they actively were able to get into the DNC's emails, that they were actually able to meddle more effectively to hurt Hillary Clinton.
Now Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears get a bit closer. Parkey with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Director of National Intelligence, anxious to get your reaction. You've had a chance to go through this 4-page document. What do you think?
Well,
here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
It certainly leaves a lot of unanswered questions. And of course, everybody else is curious about Mueller's decision to defer to the Department of Justice on a determination about exoneration.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Inside the 30.
Damn!
Touchdown. Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Keanu Neal. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Ryan on 2nd down. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
It's not just because they're recruiting, but this memo does say there are multiple offers from Russian-affiliated individuals to assist with the Trump campaign. Here's why.
Play action. Ryan. This is caught at the end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
He's done absolutely nothing to prepare for the intervention of the Russians that is ongoing, that will likely be a part of 2020. That speaks to whether he is behaving as president.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cole. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. still ended up with a solid game.
She was going to do, what the agenda was going to be, and to show that right from Capitol Hill, Democrats can walk.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Have the fight back in the evidence.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
They put in that record that Mueller didn't feel that way, that he wasn't involved in the other part, which makes a lot of sense.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin the drive with Coleman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
If there was some kind of, conspiracy, let's say, the Department of Justice or the FBI to, not bring charges and kind of word it this way, I think there would be ways that people would come out and talk about it, certainly. Look,
here's Coleman, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, here's Smith. And an alley run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Needs to be further investigation. We see that.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Conway, the counselor to the president over the White House, just tweeted this, and you look it up on the screen. Congratulations, President Trump. Today you won the 2016 election.
This is Coleman. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
They may try, but we didn't have success in trying to do that early on.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But there also is a role and obligation and a responsibility by Democrats.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now.
And that's an important part of the process.
Does it mean if the Democrats are going to run on other issues, not only should they forget about impeachment, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker, already said, forget about impeachment, there's going to be bipartisan support. That clearly is not going to happen, especially after this report has been released. But does it also mean the Democrats should forget about all the other investigations that these various committees, oversight, foreign affairs, intelligence,
and his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Twisting away. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Again, it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Now a handoff, Johnson, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Trump campaign, the Trump inauguration are invalid or should be curtailed, frankly, if anything. I think the fact that the special counsel refused to reach a conclusion one way or the other about whether President Trump committed obstruction of justice means that more than ever we have a responsibility.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Mueller in Congress have different charges. Mueller's
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
I'll remind you, the Mueller investigation.
So for Atlanta, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And why do that to the extent that you've now got a half dozen senior people with convictions